the first one would be this. What advice would you give to potential buyers who are considering purchasing or building a barndominium for the first time?
So advice I would give is do your homework on the front end. So when you start talking to your builders, don't come in with kind of no general outline of what you're looking for. Come in with a budget number that you're comfortable with. Hopefully you've talked to a lender and you've gotten a pre-approval. But if not, have a budget number that you're comfortable with. Be realistic about your goals. So have your wants, have your needs list. Needs are we need a 3-bedroom house. Wants are we really want that steam room. So have those lists and be willing to negotiate on those wants because we want to fit as many of those in as possible, but you might not get all of them. And then also just be ready to have that conversation about, actual details, your land and site prep, what that looks like. So just going through the facts, going through the details, do your homework on the front end, and don't be scared to reach out to us, even if you're not ready to build immediately. I've had clients that have reached out to me. They're looking to build, in maybe a year. And obviously things are going to change within the company in a year. So we may not discuss pricing as much, but we can discuss process. We can discuss how we build. We can still discuss plans that they're interested in. So don't be afraid to reach out to us, even if your build timeline isn't in the very near future.
Fantastic. Next question is, what is your favorite house plan that we have and why?
Oh, man, that's a hard one. I really love the Aspen 1 and the Aspen 3 plan. I like pretty much all the Aspen variations. I think for me, when we go to build our Barndo in the future, it will probably be a variation of the Aspen. I think that house has great curb appeal. Love the dormers. We would obviously need maybe larger garage space, but love the garage on there. And then it gives you the flexibility to have that split layout. So you have your master suite side, you can have your quiet, and then you have the guest bedrooms on the other side of the house with kind of that general seating area over there. It can be a playroom for kids, but it could also just be a hangout spot for if you have guests and they want to stay up late and party and you're ready to go to bed, put them over there.
Yeah.
So I think it's a great layout just to achieve a lot of different goals, and that's what we're looking forward to building in the future.
Awesome. So this next one is a really great question, and I'm excited to hear your answer.
Oh, no.
Is where do you see the Barndo industry heading in the next 3 to 5 years? And I'll frame this up to think that a lot of people think it's a fad.
Yeah.
But it's actually been around for like 30 years or
Right.
more. It has become more mainstream. And the question I get all the time is like, what are you going to do about resale? I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, these are phenomenal homes. So
Yeah.
your perspective, where do you see Barndo industry next 3 to 5 years?
I really don't see it going anywhere. So, when you are on the phone with clients day in and day out and you're talking about their Barndo goals and dreams, some of these people are planning for several years out. They're not planning for in the next year. And they're also, a lot of people are building family compounds these days. They're looking for, multi homes on one property. And they may not be looking to do those all at once. They're kind of staggering them as family members are able to come in and join that property. I don't think it's a fad. I think the structure itself is providing, durability and longevity that traditional stick-built homes maybe don't provide, where you're having, more maintenance on those homes. If a storm comes through, you're repairing those homes. Something is, messed up. And so I think the Barndo provides you a longevity to where even if you don't love the look immediately, we can do things to kind of get around that essential Barndo look that a lot of people have in their mind. We've done some unique builds, kind of like some of the Somerville builds that have stone. They have a little bit more curb appeal. They almost look like, a Craftsman or a traditional stick-built home. So I think it will evolve over time and maybe people will have different ideas about the looks of them, but I don't think they're going anywhere. I think the structure is built to last and people want quality. They're building forever homes on family property. They're not looking for something that they're going to have to tear down and redo in 20 years.
You know me, I'm a statistical nerd, so they just released 2024 Insights.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things on there was overall growth of housing starts was up like 8.5% or something, but single family was up 37.5%. Mm-hmm. And so you're starting to see some of this multifamily is always going to be relevant, right? Because of the cost of housing.
Yep.
But there is a huge push for single family. And what I think is happening is people are tired of the city, and you're getting a lot more rural development. And some of that is people are sick and tired of like the big city and the politics and the geopolitics and all the things that are happening in that area. And they're coming and they're moving to other areas, but it's so full. People are developing super rural areas, and the Barndo is such a nice fit for that, that I think that even the housing movement is moving more, is setting the table even better for us as the next 3 to 5 years unfold, to where it's becoming a new desire, the newest generation, right?
Right.
The early 20s now, they're back to where they want a home, they want land, they want to build business, they want to do those things. Whereas for the last 15, 20 years, there's been a lot of people that, kind of my age to your age, that gap in there there's like a 10 to 15 year gap there where it was travel the world, live in a trailer, tiny house boom, all this kind of stuff. You're starting to see a little bit of that taper off, and people are going back to the American dream, right?
Yep.
And they want to own their piece of land and build their home. And so we're seeing those trends nationwide in the housing industry. And then the Barndo thing it's economical, and it's, like you said, built for longevity. So thanks, guys, for tuning in to the Barndo Show podcast. If you're watching on YouTube or wherever you're listening to this content, hit subscribe so you don't miss an episode. And then be sure to check us out on all of our social media platforms at The Barndo Co. Super simple to find us. And then when you're ready to dive in a little more, maybe look around some of our available floor plan options, or take a look at the gallery of our work, or maybe you're ready to connect with our team and explore what it looks like to build your dream barndominium, you can visit us online at thebarndoco.com.